Hello, magandang araw. Dito na naman tayo sa panibagong video natin. We will talk about moment of inertia here in the subject statics of rigid bodies. Ano nga ba yung moment of inertia? So, let's start with the presentation of this illustration. For example, meron tayong dalawang same ng cross-section na planks. Pero iniga natin siya ng magkaibang orientation. Yung isa nakatayo, yung isa yung nakahiga. So, kung maglalagay ako ng load dito, like 100 kg load, palagay nyo, alin sa dalawa ang mag-bend ng malala? Okay. Palagay ko, ang sagot nyo ay yung nakahiga. So, ito. So, tama yon, no? Because yung cross-section ng dalawa is parehas, though magkaiba sila ng orientation. Depende sa rotational axis natin. So, yung bending axis natin, or rotational axis, is placed here. So, there are much appreciated cross-sectional area dito sa part na nakatayo. Kaya, mas nakakapag-resist siya ng bending. Unlike dito. So, ibig sabihin, this moment of inertia is like an area rotating at a certain axis. No? So, may moment kasi. So, ibig sabihin, may certain area or certain force, no, with a moment arm, no, perpendicular to it, na magmo-moment at a certain point. Ang tawag natin dito is also second moment of area, no? So, this is the measure of a cross-section's resistance to a bending due to its shape, no? So, pwedeng magkakaiba yung orientation ng bending axis nila. Pwede ring sa y-axis, pwede ring horizontal axis, or pwedeng wala din sa centroids nila. Basta alam lang natin kung ano yung kanyang moment arm. So, yun. This is the resistance, no, to bending. So, by definition, the moments of inertia of a differential area, or dA, about the x-axis are differential element of Ix is equal to y squared dA. So, para mas magets natin ang ibig sabihin niya dito, there is an arbitrary shape, for example, no? At a centroidal axis, no? Palagay natin na tututok ito sa centroid niya, no? And from that arbitrary shape, no, magkuha lang tayo ng isang element, no? Ito yung infinitesimal element. Ang sabi, yung area, okay, yung area and the small area is tawagin nating differential area, no? Na kapag minultiply natin into distance y squared measured from the point of rotation, which is x-axis, itong x-axis niya, ito daw yung second moment of area, no? Which is also the sum, pag kinuha natin, yung isang element ay sinum up natin para makuha yung buong shape, okay, is equal to I, o yun yung inertia. Okay? And since sa x tayo nag-rotate, Ix yan. Okay? So, kung ito ay centroidal x-axis, o di ibig sabihin, ito ay centroidal moment of inertia. Ganon din sa y, no? So, sa integral calculus, yan, mas sanay tayong makita yan ng nakaganto. Okay? So, integral of y squared dA, okay, limits from the whole area. So, actually, kung kukunin din natin yung sa y-axis from this element, okay, ito naman yung kanyang moment arm. So, x squared naman yan times dA. So, yan lang yung formula natin for moment of inertia of a certain shape. Okay? So, yung units natin na ginagamit sa moment of inertia is, pag SI, mm to the fourth, or meters to the fourth. And sa English units is inch to the fourth, or feet to the fourth. Basta ang ating exponent is at the fourth. Now, there are regular shapes that initially proven na yung kanyang centroidal moment of inertia. Alam din natin yung kanyang centroid. So, look at these figures. Yan. Rectangular. So, ito siya. Yan. Meron tayong BH cube over 12. B cube of H over 12 sa Y. Okay? And so on and so forth. So, ito yung mga familiar regular shapes. Okay? So, yan yung magiging reference natin sa mga susunod nating examples. Now, para maintindihan nating mabuti yung process ng pagkuha ng moment of inertia at any axis, kailangan mo muna maintindihan na meron siyang sariling moment of inertia at its centroid. So, kung mapapansin nyo yung red axis, yan yung centroidal axis. Okay? Or nakatutok siya sa center ng mga shapes. Yung Y and X axis naman is your global axis. Ibig sabihin, dyan siya ni-reference sa global, no? So, kung kukuha tayo ng moment of inertia at global X axis and Y axis, may paraan pa tayo para doon. Pero for this time, tatandaan lang natin na meron siyang sariling moment of inertia at its centroid. Okay? Isa sa ulo natin to. So, subukan nating patunayan na ito yung kanyang centroidal moment of inertia gamit yung concept na naintindihan natin kanina. Yung integral of yan. So, suppose ito yung rectangular. Diyan yung kanyang centroidal axis. So, ang height natin is h and your base is b. Okay? So, suppose there is an infinitesimal element here na ang thickness is dy. So, kung kukunin natin yung area ng infinitesimal element, supposed to be ito lang yung rectangular area, for example. So, that is b times dy. So, if we get the original concept formula, this is ix is equal to integral y squared dA. So, yung y squared, okay, is your moment arm squared. And your differential area is b dy. Okay? Yan yung differential area mo eh. Ito yung infinitesimal element. So, that is your b dy. Okay? Yan yung differential area mo. So, ito yung moment arm mo, yung y squared. So, ang i-integrate natin siya mula sa point na to hanggang dito. Okay? So, naintindihan? So, from negative h over 2 to h over 2. Okay? Ito kasi yung origin mo, 0, 0. No? Kaya, negative h over 2 dito, and then h over 2 sa taas. So, by integration, we can integrate this, and we will get this one. So, ang limit natin is from negative h over 2 to h over 2. So, by calculation, yan, nakuha natin si bh cube over 12. Okay? So, yun. Ito yung centroidal moment of inertia about x-axis. So, sa IY naman, papalitan mo lang yung infinitesimal element at y direction. So, instead of y, gagawin mo lang x squared. Okay? And by calculation, ganun din po. Magiging b cube h lang over 12. So, yan yung naging process nung ating centroidal moment of inertia. Ganun din yung gagawin mo sa triangle, circle, tsaka semicircle, and then quarter circle. Okay? Let's proceed with this. Parallel access theorem of an area. So, sabi ko kanina, pwede rin naman na ang area ay mag-take ng moment of inertia at any axis. So, hindi lang sa centroidal axis. Kinuha lang natin kanina yung centroidal axis para centroidal moment of inertia sa x-axis, centroidal moment of inertia para pwede natin siyang i-transfer at any axis. So, suppose you have an area here, okay, at any place, no? So, kung ito yung kanyang centroidal axis, ito yung centroid niya, papaikutin daw natin siya at any axis. For example, ito na yung bagong x-axis mo, tapos dito yung bagong y-axis. For example. Yan, ito yung y-axis mo. So, sabi niya, the moment of inertia of an area about any axis that is parallel to an axis passing through the centroid and about which the moment of inertia is known. So, dahil known na yung ating mga moment of inertia sa centroidal, paikutin lang natin siya at any axis. So, yung area na ito is ita-times natin sa moment arm. So, suppose, iikot ka sa x-axis, ang moment arm niya is d. Okay? So, ito yon. Kukunin mo yung perpendicular distance niya doon sa point of rotation and then i-square mo lang daw. Tapos, i-add mo yon sa sarili niyang centroidal inertia. Okay? So, yun nga. Yun yung Ix is equal to Ix prime bar. Ang ibig sabihin nito is your centroidal MOI. Yan yung kaninang nasa table. So, kung rectangle yan yung BH cube over 12. Okay? So, i-add mo lang daw yung area ng shape times D. Yung moment arm niya, yan yung distance from its x-axis, original x-axis, to any x-axis that is parallel to them. Okay? So, tawagin ko siyang dy this time. Kasi nga, nakatayo eh. Pero pag naman iy ang ating kukunin, so ito yung centroid niya, sukatin natin yung d dito. So, siya yung dx. Okay? So, this time, siya naman ay iy is equal to its centroidal MOY at y-axis naman. Okay? This is your y. This is your x. So, familiar, no? Madali lang siyang intindihin. So, para mas magets natin, sampulan natin itong shape na rectangle. So, sa kanina nakita nyo, no, ang sentro niya is nasa B half, tapos H half, di ba? So, with the reference of this axis. Again, yung red axis is your centroidal axis, and your black axis is your any axis. Okay, so, yung centroidal MOY natin is given that BH cube over 12 kapag sa X. Sa Y is B cube H over 12. So, kung gagawin natin na kunin yung moment of inertia at x-axis block, tapos kunin natin yung moment of inertia at y-axis block, ganito yung gagawin. Sa y-axis or sa inertia ng x-axis, centroidal x-axis, and centroidal moment of inertia sa x-axis plus a dy squared. So, isa-substitute ko lang po yung ito, bh cube over 12, that is regular shape eh, no? Plus your area, BH, area ng rectangle, times your distance from centroid to the x-axis. O y bar, di ba? So, ang y bar niya is, ano, di ba? Or yung d na to is supposed to be h over 2 squared. To simplify that, that is 1/3 BH cube. Okay? So, yan na yung inertia niya at x-axis, at the new x-axis, which is placed at the base of the rectangle. Now, punta tayo sa IY. So, ito yung yung y-axis niya, nakadikit naman siya dun sa height, no? Sundan lang natin pattern. Yung magiging centroidal y-axis niya is b cube h over 12. I-add mo lang ulit yung area times yung x naman. Itong distance na to. Yan. Okay, malilito ha. From its centroid to the reference y-axis, which is equal to base over 2. Okay? Sorry. Base ito. Sorry ha. B ito. So, that is, to simplify, b cube h over 3. Halos magkamukha lang, no? So, ibig sabihin, ito yung ganyang ix and iy. So, para sa mnemonics, ang centroidal moment of inertia, ganito yung symbol. Okay? Ganito. So, ix prime bar. Okay? Iy prime bar. Pag naman ix, iy, ito yung from your global x and y axis. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple yung procedure niyan. Now, meron tayong na-solve na sa mga yan. Okay? So, this is now default. Pwede nating isaulo ito for a reference x and y axis. So, tatandaan nyo yung reference x and y axis natin is sa ganitong orientation kinuha. Yan, yung BH cube over 3 sa ganitong form kinuha. Sa base and height. Base, height. Yan, dikit po siya, dikit. Yan. No? So, may apply na natin siya actually kung magko-composite area tayo. So, meron tayong composite area or composite bodies na tinatawag ng mga pinagsama-sama nating mga regular shapes, like a plate na may butas, for example, di ba? So, like how we treated the centroid of an area or a composite body, di ba? Pwede ka magdagdag ng napakaraming area, iba-iba, or pwede ka rin magbawas, di ba? So, this time, in a form of moment of inertia naman. So, paano natin kukunin yung moment of inertia ng shaded area na ito? Okay? About the x-axis lang daw. So, ang x-axis niya ay nandito sa base. Yan. So, simulan natin to. So, gagawin ko, bubuin ko muna yung rectangle. Tapos ko i-minus yung bilog. So, both two areas have their own moment of inertia or centroidal moment of inertia. Kung babalikan natin yung kanina na table, ito yung sa rectangle, ito yung sa bilog. So, pagdating sa bilog, ang centroidal moment of inertia niya is r pi r to the 4th over 4. While sa rectangle is bh cube over 12 kapag sa x. Pag sa y naman is b cube h over 12. Pero sa bilog, parehas lang na pi over 4 r to the 4th. Yan. So, lagyan natin. So, para ano natin, isulat natin dito. Pag ix, that is bh cube over 12. Pag iy is b cube h over 12. Dito, both na pi r to the 4th over 4. Okay? So, yan ang gagamitin natin sa about x-axis kasi tayo. So, dito tayo mangunguha ng ating rotation or moment of inertia. So, simple lang. Unahin ko muna yung sa rectangle. And this time, gagamit ako ng table. Okay? Para mas madali. So, this would be our ix bar. Okay? And your d. Ibig sabihin, distance from centroid to the point of reference or rotation axis. And your new ix. So, we have two segments, A1 and A2. So, tawagin ko itong A1 kasi ito yung A2. So, this time, i-minus ko yung A2. Sa A1, ang area niya is very obvious. 100 times 150 is equal to 15,000. Tama? So, pag kukunin naman natin yung centroidal moment of inertia, that is BH cube over 12. Yan, kwentahin natin. Ang base mo is 100. Ang h mo is 150 cube over 12. We have 28 million, no? 125,000 in mm to the 4th. Okay? Tapos, kung sukatin natin yung d mula sa centroid yon hanggang sa reference point ng rotation, which is 75. Okay? So, using this formula, substitute mo lang yung 28 million dito, yung area dito, 15,000, and yung d mo is 75 as square. That is 112.5 million. Okay? Okay? Para lang yun sa area 1. And i-minus natin yung area 2, pero bilog siya. So, sa area 2 is, kunin natin yung area ng bilog. That is pi r squared. Diba po? Area is pi r squared or pi 25 squared, which is equal to 625 pi. Okay? Naglagyan ko ng minus para mamaya, pag nag-sum up tayo, naka-minus. Okay? Naka-deduct talaga yung bilog. Kasi sa original shape niya, naka-deduct siya. So, yun. And then, centroidal inertia niya. Ano ba yung centroidal inertia ng bilog? Pi to the 4th over 4. So, do the calculation. We have 306, 796.16. Substitute nyo lang yung R, 25. Okay? And then, from here, kasi centroid ng bilog is same dun sa katapat lang na level po. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung kanyang D, which is equal to 75 din. And finally, gamit yung formula na to, yan, substitute mo lang yun, Ix bar niya, and then, yung area niya is 625 pi, and then dy squared, 75. We have 11,351,457.83. Okay? So, this time, kunin natin yung sum. Ibig sabihin, ma-minus na natin. Yan. So, actually, minus dapat to. Yan. So, i-minus natin to. So, deductible yung sa Ix ng rectangular at saka Ix ng bilog. So, yan. So, finally, we have this moment of inertia at x, 101 million. Or you can rewrite your answer like this. Yan, times 10 raised to 6 mm to the 4th. Mapapansin nyo kapag naka-SI ka, yan, naka-mm tayo, mahaba yung sagot. Yan. Pero pag English units, inch to the 4th tayo, may iksi lang. So, dyan muna tayo para basic yung ating maintindihan muna natin yung concept and procedure. Abangan nyo yung next video natin or punta tayo sa next video natin para sa iba pang mga example. Thank you so much sa panonood. If you have comments, suggestion, you can comment po sa baba. Thank you and God bless.